I drove through the outback at night, and something followed me. I don't scare easily. I've spent plenty of time alone on the road, driving long distances, camping in remote places. But after what I saw last year in the Australian outback, I don't think I'll ever drive at night in the middle of nowhere again. Let me start from the beginning. I was on a solo trip through Queensland, heading toward Winton. If you don't know, Winton is a small town way out in the bush, just endless stretches of dry land, red dirt, and the occasional farmhouse. It was around 11:30 p.m., and I was still about an hour from town when I noticed something strange in my rearview mirror. A light. At first, I thought it was another car coming up behind me, but something about it was off. The light wasn't behaving like headlights. It wasn't two beams, it was just a single orb floating in the distance. And it wasn't moving like a vehicle, either. It swayed from side to side, almost like it was drifting. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe a reflection, maybe I was just tired. Then, a second light appeared. Now there were two of them, and they were getting closer. I gripped the wheel tighter, my pulse starting to pick up. I pressed on the gas, hoping to put some distance between myself and whatever was behind me. But no matter how fast I went, the lights kept up. Then, they disappeared, just like that, gone. I let out a shaky breath. Maybe I imagined it, maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. And then, my engine sputtered. My dashboard lights flickered, the radio cut out, my car completely shut down in the middle of the road. I tried the ignition, nothing. That's when I heard it. A knock on my window. I froze. There was nothing around me. No houses, no people, nothing but open land and darkness. But someone, or something, had just tapped on my window. I turned my head slowly. Nothing, just my reflection in the glass. But then, I saw it. A glow, not from my car, not from my headlights, something outside. Right next to me, the same eerie, floating lights from before. But this time, they weren't in my mirror. They were right there. I don't know how to explain what happened next. The air felt heavy, charged, like before a lightning storm. The lights grew brighter, pulsing, surrounding my car. There was a strange humming sound, low and vibrating, making my skin crawl. Then, just as suddenly as it started, everything stopped. The lights disappeared, the hum was gone, my car dashboard flickered back on. I turned the key, the engine started immediately. I floored it. I didn't stop, I didn't look back. I made it to Winton just as the sun was rising, parked outside a small roadside cafe, and just sat there, shaking. When I finally got the nerve to go inside, I told the old man behind the counter what happened. He just looked at me for a moment, then poured me a coffee. "You saw the Min lights, didn't ya?" he said. I nodded. He sighed. "They don't like being followed. And they don't always let you leave. I don't know what I saw that night. I don't know if it was something paranormal, something extraterrestrial, or something worse. But I do know one thing. I'll never drive that road at night again."